A year ago, I was hosting the Tonys. This is crazy pants.
On your magic beat, Mr.
Neil Patrick Harris is a very famous actor, not just on stage, but on screen. He's been featured in a bunch of movies over the past couple of decades, including some of my favorites like Gone Girl, Beastly, even animated films like The Smurfs and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's safe to say that one of his more successful roles on screen was in the show How I Met Your Mother, where he got nominated for several Golden Globes throughout the years of being on the show.
In TV, they don't want you moving around that much. They liked when you walked into the room and you turned and stood and stared at each other, because then they could get a master shot and then two cover, over the shoulder, two singles and be done with it. You pretty much got really good at acting from, the chest up. I could do little subtle eyebrow things. I got all that. But this part was very shockingly inept.
As he mentioned in his interview with the New York Times, one of his greatest challenges with transitioning from on-screen to on-stage was with his character Hedwig in the Broadway show Hedwig and the Angry Inch. For this role, Neil Patrick Harris won Best Actor in a Musical in the 2014 Tony Awards, a Distinguished Performance Award in 2014 at the Drama League, and then an Outstanding Actor in a Musical at the 2014 Drama Desk Awards.
I put on some makeup, turn on the 8-track.
The punk rock musical was a critically acclaimed movie and off-Broadway show over a decade ago, telling the story of a transgender woman from East Berlin after a botched sex change. Now, the original creative team is back.
Could you give an example from rehearsal this week?
We have just started staging the show, and I've been able to be in the heels with Spencer Lift, the choreographer.
As you can see, although Neil Patrick Harris had been acting pretty much his whole life and starring in films the whole time, he never really was prepared for acting on Broadway as it was so different. Although Hedwig and the Angry Inch is not the only play that Neil Patrick Harris has been in, it is safe to say that it is definitely a very challenging part in his career, and that the character he played really challenged him to act in a way that he never did, and be able to demonstrate his vocals at the same time.